To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo. Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. I am Guy, the Y Blues fan, and we are presented by Cussumano's Pizza in Maplewood. Gotta get my woods right. I always say Kirkwood, and it's Maplewood, right on the edge of the city. It is a place to go to watch Blues hockey, to watch any sport, to see some live podcasts, to see some comedy. Oh, we miss you, buddy. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for being a supporter of the BlueNote Fan Report. The St. Louis Blues are in the home of the mullet. They're at Mullet Arena, the smallest arena. You know what, guys? I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. The doctor was calling in with my surgery. Hey, I'm back. If I can be here from the IR, where are your guys? Where are your friends? You should be getting on the phone right now and calling every single Blues fan you know and telling them, find the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, on YouTube. You find the Blue Note Fan Report, and you let them know that you need to watch this show. You go out there and do that for me. Oh yes, Brad Pond, Ted Dieterman, thank you so much for throwing your likes up in there. I appreciate it. Josh McKay saying supreme shot. I think he's talking about the four guys. Big game tonight. Big game. The Blues are in disarray, and at some point, somebody in the front office has got to put their foot down. You know what, Brad? I wish I could be as confident as you are, but I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not even close to as confident as you are, right? They had a homestand where they had to go 5-2 and they went 3-4. Right? 5-2 and went 3-4. They got some big guys back, but the rest of this isn't working. This Berube's message is no longer working. And you know what? It's not. You can sit there and say it's not Berube's fault all you want, and that's fine. You have every right to say that. That's your opinion. That's great. However, for me, I'm at the point where we have way too much talent to be this bad. I mean, we just have way too much talent to be this bad. And if we're this bad, where's the help? Right? Where's the help? Where's the help that we need? And if, what's going to happen here? I just don't see it. I don't see us getting what we need from the coaching staff. They're not changing the message, and the message is stale. That's the thing that I think everyone needs to realize. The message is not working. If the message isn't working, change the message. If you can't change the message, change the messenger. Change the messenger. Change the person giving the message so a new message can be given. Wow, that's like the best one I've come up with yet. Too bad only 6 people saw it, but I appreciate each and every one of you here. What do we got? We got 4 on Facebook and 2 on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for showing up and joining us tonight. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Where is everybody tonight? Wow, man. And it dropped. I made someone run away. No, it went back up. I know I shared it. I know I invited people. Where are you, all of my friends? Where are my friends tonight? Joining the show. Parayko with Letty, Krug with Falk, Mikolo with Rosen, and I have an issue with Parayko being on the top line. Berube berated him, dropped him to the third pairing. Why are you putting him right back up? What good does all that you did do? Keep him down there. He has not had a good season. Not even close to having a good season. And yet you continually reward him with the top spot. It's not working. It's not working. Send a different message. Send a different message. Somebody up top's gotta put their foot down and say, we need a new message because this isn't working. You know what, Steven? I'm with you. I think you should. I think you should make him a healthy scratch. Right? I really do. I think that's the message. Because what did you do? You berated him. He was -4. You berated him for not having a good game. Okay. Called him out publicly. Okay, no problem with that. Then what do? The next game, you put him back on the top lineup. No! Hammer it home. Put him on the third pairing. Leave him on the third pairing. Tell him to earn that first pairing. Or scratch his ass. Change the message. Where is Bob Morton tonight? Where is Bob and Michelle? Where are all these Berube guys? They need to be listening to me. The message needs to change. Change the message. I think I I hit my desk so hard I knocked the batteries out of my mouse. Well, again, yeah. Right. Well, I think it's to the point now that even if you change the people receiving the message is done. It's not coming. You're not going to have the guys that you want to get that message are no longer in the league. That's the issue. Right? The league has changed. Right? This is a copycat league, or it is a fix-it league. If you can't do what a team did, you figure out how to stop it. And that is exactly what I see going on right now. Okay? I see you, Lance. You have an issue with, you have a coach that wants to choose these type of players, but the league said, you know what? Those players don't exist, so we're going to figure out how to beat that, and you beat it with speed and skill. And to sit there, and I had people say, this team doesn't have either the speed or the skill. That is fucking bullshit. And with that, I'll bring Lance in.
What a way to bring me in.
The skill to compete with almost every other team in the league.
I would say so. I think the first two lines have got good speed, either well above average league speed or are good enough league speed. The other two are average. I mean, Akari, he's got decent speed for a guy that's been in the league for a long time. Levo's not the slowest when he's in the lineup. Pitlick's not the slowest. I mean, this team isn't slow like they were years ago. When in my mind, when they won the cup, they were an average speed team. When they won the cup, the league isn't that way now. And this team has the speed and has the skill to compete with any team, any night. I'll go to the grave saying that, because you can see it in little spurts where they have it. There's a huge disconnect. And anybody that tells me there's not, everybody wants to blame this on the players. Let's trade this guy. Let's move this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's make Grice the starter. Bennington's the problem. Let's do this. Let's do that. I don't think any fan guy out there besides you and I and a few other people that know hockey are calling Berube out. And like you said, we praised him last year, but this year he's doing a crappy job of coaching this team.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Even that, Stephen Glass says they just need a coach who has a system that uses the speed.
Yes.
Absolutely. And here's the thing.
And Guy, you and I have talked about this. He's a defensive coach that surrounded himself with defensive assistant
coaches. Right? There's nobody. I mean, the closest thing you have to an offensive coach out there is Ott. Now, Ott could put goals in, but towards the end of his career, he became that third, fourth line guy. He became Steen, right? He became Steen. And right now, what you're seeing, to me, is this, I'm chief, so it's my way or highway. Then, chief, take the fucking highway. Because it ain't working. Change your message. Right? I think Ott needs to take fucking Berube into the coach's room and throw him up and lock the door and throw some haymakers.
Yeah, right? And I'm gonna tell you one thing from the people that have told me. Berube loves that moniker, Chief. He really loves that. He really likes being called Chief. And you know what? I don't know if I necessarily want a coach like that. A coach wants to be in charge, but I think in today's game, you've got to be the kind of coach that can discipline players, but you've also got to be kind of a player's coach too. You've got to be a guy that is good with all kinds of players, not just a guy that can coach defensive players.
Dick, so Friedman reports that O'Reilly and Vladdy are on their way out. I don't disagree. I hate that Vladdy's on his way out. I don't have an issue with O'Reilly being on his way out.
No, I don't either.
I do think that the Blues need to. I'll tell you what, Armstrong really does need to get with Vladdy's camp and iron this out. Because you know what? Losing Vladdy, I don't want to lose 40 goals. And this guy still, at age 32, 31, what he's going to be next season, he has the propensity to score that many goals. Right? And he does all the things that you want him to do, even though people sit there and say, oh, he's lazy. He broke his hand blocking a fucking shot. That's not lazy.
Yeah,
That's not lazy.
And you and I talked about it at the game. If he wouldn't have done it, then people would have said he's lazy and he didn't put his body out there to help the team win.
Right? Absolutely,
It's gotten to the point in this city where Vladdy can't win. I mean, he can't. He really cannot win with this fan base. And you and I have talked about it. I like both players. But if somebody said to me, okay, let's say that these guys will take a discount. Let's just say that, okay?
Okay.
Let's say somebody says, you can have O'Reilly for 5 years at $6 million a year, or you can have Tarasenko at 5 years at $6 million a year. You better believe I'm going to take Tarasenko in a heartbeat.
Okay, well, okay, I'm going to address the Thompson thing here real quick.
All right.
Sorry, Lance, we got a couple of people that are talking. I don't know. Can you see the screen, Lance?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this one here from Justin. I got the next couple of comments, so give me a moment, right?
Okay.
Parayko needs to go, honestly. We'll talk about that in a bit. Also, what do you guys take on seeing how well Tage Thompson has developed and turned into a great player, and the fact that he was a piece for O'Reilly? Do you guys think that we could have won the Cup in 19 without O'Reilly? And then the next one that goes along with that is Dick. And Dick, welcome to the show. I know you're a new viewer. I'm Guy the Hawaii Blues fan. Tonight I'm joined by Lance the Scott from the Drop Hockey Podcast. He's joining us. He's a part-time guest and co-host, so we appreciate Lance. Blues need Thompson back. What a steal by Buffalo. Okay, first and foremost, the best thing that ever happened to Tage Thompson was Tage Thompson being traded to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Tage Thompson would not have gotten the line time that he's gotten in Buffalo, that in St. Louis that he's gotten in Buffalo. It would not have happened. Look at Neighbors. Neighbors can't get onto a line and stay there because the second he makes a mistake, he gets fucking demoted or he gets torn up. He's not allowed to make a mistake. And when you have players when you take somebody and you don't allow them to make mistakes, you destroy their confidence completely. And that's what Chief has done. That's what he's done with Kyrou. That's what he started to do with Thomas until Tarasenko told him to shut the F up. And we all watched it on live TV. Right? We all watched it on live TV. Tarasenko got right in Berube's face on live TV and told him, we don't do that. Right? Did I lose you, Lance?
No. I thought you were just to say, yeah.
I was asking you a question there, Lance.
I think you and I were some of the few people that saw it. I think Ashley saw it. Yeah. And I know a few other people that saw it, but most people did not see that. They weren't noticing that, or they don't want to admit it. Here's my take, and I love Ryan O'Reilly. When he's on, he's the best two-way player in the league, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. When he's on, I'll take him over any other two-way player in the league. You can argue with me if you want to. But did you notice something? He was in Colorado, played pretty well. Then he started going a little downhill. Wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. They move him to Buffalo. He goes to Buffalo, plays very well. Towards the end, wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at all. He comes here, has several good years, and then this year and last year doesn't look happy. And I think he's one of those players that he's never going to fit in. He wears his welcome out. Yeah, I think he's one of those guys too. And I've met people in life that do this. They love their job, but every 3 or 4 years they got to go get a new job. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just some people don't like to be in one place for a long period of time. They need something new to spark them. They need something new to get them going.
Right. Dick says, Dick, I love this. I loved it. Dick says, hi, thanks. I enjoy your show. I'm a Red Wings fan living in Toronto. I love getting fans from other teams. I love hearing how they think, as long as they don't troll. Yeah. I love hearing their opinions. I want to, you know what, Dick? Tell us what you think about Perron. Now, remember, everyone in St. Louis, for some reason, thinks that Perron was traded, not that he was signed. But what do you think about the Detroit Blue Wings? I want to know what you think about that.
I want to say another thing.
Yeah.
Just to let him know, of course, we're not Red Wings fans here, but I will tell you this. I've had some dealings with Red Wings fans and some dealings with Toronto fans. And I maybe it's just the people I've dealt with. To me, the Detroit fans, they're more realistic. They don't, if Toronto had the team Detroit had this year, all the Toronto fans would still be saying they're going to win the Cup.
Yep.
So I feel really sad for him living in Toronto, being a Red Wings fan.
Yeah, I know. This could be the most interesting trade deadline in years, with players like Kane, Taves, O'Reilly, Tarasenko, Meyer, McCabe, Carlson likely to be on the move. Yeah, I agree, man. We're going to have to do a deadline show.
And if you want my opinion, there's so many good players out there that are going to be traded. Yeah. If Armstrong wants the most he can get for O'Reilly and Tarasenko, he needs to do it before Kane's traded. He needs to do it before Taze is traded, and he needs to get them going so that these teams that may have been interested in them, but all of a sudden Kane's open to them, they're going to go after Kane, and that's just the way it is. But I think I don't want to see necessarily Tarasenko go, but I've been saying that he's gone just by the relationship and by the way the things were ruined, and certain things were said out there that Tarasenko didn't say, and the team didn't back him up. And I hate to say it, but I do think he's gone, and I do wish them both well. But I think Armstrong needs to pull the plug quicker, sooner than later.
Oh no, I've been saying that for a while. I thought January was when they should have been traded, when O'Reilly should have been traded.
Yeah.
But Gungo! Hey buddy, how you doing? Jeff Mullen says the fact that that he wasn't going to get I got the fact that he wasn't going to get the ice time in St. Louis. Just sucks to see him doing so well and not in a Blues uniform. He wouldn't have done that well here. That's my problem. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
It's great that he's doing well there, but he needed the right situation, and that's what's good.
Yeah, and when he went to Buffalo, a lot of people don't realize this. When he went to Buffalo, he played there, and then he was sent down. He was in the AHL for a little bit. And when they brought him back up, you know what they did? They saw, hey, this kid's got a good scoring touch. They saw some of the goals he was putting in and go, okay, he's going to make mistakes. He's terrible defensively, but we don't care. If he gives us 40, 50 goals a year, I don't care about his defense, and that's why he's thrived.
Right. Dick says, honestly, I really never watched him a lot, but really surprised by his skill. He's got the skill, but Prun is I don't want to get into it. I'll get Ashley mad. I don't want to go there. I would love to see a line shake up, light the lamp off, and light the lamp off. And they did shake up the bottom two lines, which I like, and I think the top two lines can score. They just need to I'll tell you what Vladdy needs to do is let's get to some more comments. Go Coyotes, let's lose, baby. Okay, Darkness. Ashley has to open tomorrow. Add half the Canucks roster to the deadline watch list. Yeah, I agree with that. The Canucks team are not going to play for Rick Torchet. They are not. They are pissed.
Yeah, and
I have never seen a team that upset.
I'm going to tell you, I think Rick Tocchet is a good coach, but I know the type
he
of
is.
Coach, I know the type of coach he is, and those players are going to be begging for Bruce Boudreau to be back.
They already are, the way that was handled. Yep. Marilyn, hey, Marilyn. Okay, this is what I think needs to happen. And this is if this happens, it will absolutely change that locker room. Vladimir Tarasenko needs to get on the ice tonight and tell everybody, shut the fuck up. I'm going to see, we're going to do it my way tonight. I don't care what coach says. We do it my way tonight. Take over. Take over. No, I have not seen it, but I want to. I really want to. I think Vladdy, and we've seen Vladdy take games over. We've seen him get out there on the ice and do his thing, and Berube just goes at the press conference and tries to take credit for it. Oh, well, we know Tarasenko, Tarasenko, and you can just tell Tarasenko's going, haha, see, I told you I could do it. Tarasenko is the Russian Brett Hull. Now, he doesn't score the same amount of goals Brett Hull does. Nobody does, with the exception of Ovechkin. But Ovechkin doesn't have the mouth that Hull does. And I think that Vladdy has that mouth. And he has that attitude that Hull does. And I just like to see him use it a lot more.
Yeah, he's he's a different player than Hull. Totally different player than Hull. I mean, he's somewhat like him, but I think, like you said, his personality, he's more of a type of guy that when he wants to do something, he's just going to do it. I mean, as long as it makes the team better, he's going to do it regardless.
I can't wait till when his career's over, like 10 years down the road, and we start hearing the Vladimir Tarasenko stories. Right?
I personally can't wait until the Blues, trade him, and then he has 3, 4, 5, 35, 50, 45, 50 goal seasons.
God, I hope not. God, I know he has it in him if he's let to play. But now that Hull's retired, you start hearing the Hull stories, right?
Yeah.
We all know the one about L.A. where he wouldn't come off the Lance. Carly, Lance is dealing with some medical issues, and because of that, it makes it really hard for him to be on camera at times. So that's why he asked to not be on camera.
Yeah.
And he is the only person that I will allow not to be on camera. So that's why, and I don't want you to think anything other than that he's dealing with some pretty serious medical issues. Right? Dick says that he likes Husso and Wallman. I'll take Wallman over Letty any day. See, Wallman's another character. I liked Wallman here, but Mikkola was better, and Wallman got the ice time. Well, now that Mikkola's getting to play, Berube is hamstringing Mikkola and not letting him play to his game. Wallman's with the coach that's letting him go, and he's having a good season.
Yeah, I had a discussion with a national NHL media person, and I'm not going to say who it is, but it was earlier this week, and he's swearing to me that his sources are telling him the Blues are trying to trade Mikkola because Berube's not happy with the way he turns over the puck. And I flat out told him, I said, that's not happening, because regardless of what you heard, Berube likes Mikkola. He actually does like him. Yeah. But he does send some mixed signals with him, but Mikkola is not on the trade block.
If a team is offering a couple of prospects and a draft pick for Bennington, do you get rid of him? Well, first of all, he still has the full no trade this year. So it's up to him. And second, no, I actually think, I'm sorry. I cannot put this season. I can't put Bennington's numbers on Bennington this year. I don't.
Well, the only people that are blaming Bennington are people that don't fully understand all the nuances of the game. And like you and I both say, don't look at the end result of what happened with the goal. Look at how it happened from the beginning, from what player gave up the puck, from a guy that tripped and fell and caused a 2-on-1, so on and so forth. It's not always the goalie's fault. And is this Bennington's best year? No, I don't think so. But I'm going to tell you, he's played a lot better than his numbers are. And people in hockey, I've had people disagree with me with this. You talk to any general manager, any scout, any coach, and you say, do you solely judge a goalie on his save percentage, wins, and goals against? They're going to look at you like you're nuts. They're going to say, no, of course not.
No, there's hockey is the one sport, hockey and basketball are the one sport where numbers don't make sense.
That's right. Analytics, when people use analytics, I don't like them in baseball, but they work much better in baseball than they do in hockey.
Well, they work in baseball because you're right. It was a fair question to ask. I'm not saying it wasn't. Yeah. Wendy, it was a very fair question to ask. Yeah. But for me, the issue with the question is you're discounting how bad the team's playing. This is a good team playing bad. This is not a bad team. And that's the issue. Why is this good team playing bad? This is not the Blackhawks. This is not San Jose. This is not Arizona. This is not the Ducks. This is not who's the team in the East that's playing really bad right now? Montreal. This is not a bad team. This is a very good team.
Well,
playing badly.
Yeah, I want people to look at one thing. They say you can tell a coach by how he coaches, his players and when they have injuries. Well, last year, Berube did a great job with injuries, like Guy and I have said. This year, they're having the same issues no matter who's in the lineup, whether it's a guy from the AHL, whether it's a guy that plays every night. And, people blame these players, but there's nights where 2 or 3 new guys are in every single night. So you've got to look somewhere else than the players, people.
Yeah, it's because they've had enough of no, they have. The players the message is freaking, and Thomas told us this. And this is the thing that I don't see how the media didn't jump all over that. I would, and I'll tell you what, I called a media member. And I told him, I said, I think you missed this. And he told me, well, I was there, and I don't think that's the way it came out. I'm telling you, it's exactly how it came out. It's exactly how it came out. He sat there and told you, we want a new message. The message is stale. We don't like hearing it.
He basically
told you that.
Yep, he basically said, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember totally. He basically said, the message has been the same for years, and we have to change that. Basically is what he said.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's right after Berube called the players out for not listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there. I'm sorry. To me, that was huge. That was absolutely huge. Now tonight, I do not know how much of a reaction show I'm going to do. I will do as much as I can. I might bounce out. I will be here for the intermissions, guys. I'm trying to limit my pain medication. Right? I have opioids, and because I have an addictive personality.
Yep.
I want to be very, very careful how I take opioids.
Yeah, you
right?
should.
The first day I was on them, I caught myself wanting them before my time was up.
Yeah.
So instead of taking them on time, I pushed it an hour. I pushed it. I'm now, like, I haven't taken one today. I took one last night, just one, when I'm supposed to 2 every 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1 at night to help me sleep.
Yeah.
And then I'm on Tylenol and Motrin today. I would rather do that and have some pain and some swelling than take a chance of being addicted to those things. So I will be on as much as I can. This is heavy, right? I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, those are heavy.
This is heavy. My arm is heavy.
Yeah.
I have ice in there. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but my digits are still kind of swelling up.
Yep, I can see.
Right? Can you kind of tell there?
Yep.
I can't. I have very little movement of my fingers.
Oh, I can tell they're definitely swollen.
Right. So I will do the best I can. I just have to say this. Gary Bettman saying tanking isn't a thing. Is it clear? It's clear teams set their roster up to tank because absolutely it is. I mean, that's what I had Hockey Bob on the other night saying, "Oh, nobody tanks. Bull
crap.
Right? You know what, Danny? I know that. See, I know people that sell their pain meds that they get from the government.
I've known people like that. Yeah.
Right. I have such an aversion to drugs that I would never do that. I would never ever do that.
Yeah, it's
you're gonna have a long weekend, Chris. God,
yeah,
you know what?
Is.
Please, if you are in the St. Louis area and you've got nothing to do this weekend, go down to Centene and check out the Warrior Classic.
Yeah, because guys, they've got $10 tickets. Guys, kids are $5, and if you want like a VIP all-inclusive buffet and drinks, it's $75. But those tickets are limited.
Yeah, so check it out. It's go support the veterans who for people who say I support veterans. Here's how you do it. You go down, you pay $10 or $5 or whatever it is, and you watch hockey all weekend. These guys are out there for nothing other than their mental health. And this is how you support them. So please go take care of it. Buffalo tank for McDavid. Absolutely, they did.
Yep, they tried.
Players and coaches don't tank. GMs do tank. Bullshit. Players and coaches do tank.
Bull crap. Because listen, guys, the GM and the coach have to be in on it. Maybe not necessarily the players, but the GM and coach. The coach can set the lines, and the GM and coach and owners do tank.
But, have you watched Moneyball?
Yeah.
Have you watched Moneyball, the movie Moneyball?
Yep.
That was so interesting about how here it is, you have the GM saying, this is what I'd like you to do because this is what we want to do. And the coach saying, no, I'm not going to do that. The GM had to force the coach. He traded away the guy he was playing at first base so we would play a different guy. And it worked.
It worked.
Right?
Just
Moneyball works. Now, will it work in hockey? It will if it's used the right way.
It could
and
work.
It hasn't yet.
No, it could work if you use, like it said, every analytic number. It doesn't really show the game and the player's skill set. There's certain ones that can kind of help you judge a player. To me, you've got to use the eye test, and if you want to use analytics, great, and stats. It's got to be a combination of everything. You can't use just one.
Yeah. Right. This team should be an offensive juggernaut, and they're not. Well, why?
This team should be at least second in this conference, in the Central Conference.
Oh yeah,
they should be.
Absolutely, they should.
I was going to ask you. We're going to have to talk about this after the show, if you are able, about the Colorado San Jose trade.
Yeah, we can get into that a little bit. I didn't see all of it.
to me, it's nothing big. I think it's just a swap for swap kind of a deal. And
Tony Moringa used to steal player. Who's Tony Moringa? McKinge? I don't know who that is.
That's Tony McKegney. He used to play for the Blues. Yep.
Oh, he did? Oh, I could see that.
Yep.
I could see that. Yeah, I agree, Darkness. I absolutely agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that analytics should be used to supplement the eye test. Yeah. I absolutely believe in the eye test.
Yep.
Right?
Because you know what? If you watch a player, it's like people are all goo goo gaga over Connor Bedard. And I understand it. Because his eye test, if you're just watching him, man, he looks like he could be another Wayne Gretzky. He really does. But if you're not taking into account the level of play he's playing against, the amount of room he has on the ice that he will not have in the NHL, you've got to kind of judge things that way. There's even rumors going around that he may not be taken first. He may be taken second. Now, I don't believe that. I think that's just a wash out there to get teams kind of questioning what's going to happen. I think no matter who has the first pick, he's going first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but what was it? The guy this year, I can't think of his name now. He went to Seattle. Shane Wright.
Yeah, right.
You know, everybody thought Wright was going first, but Wright ended up having some really bad interviews.
Yep.
Right, he got cocky.
And guys,
he ended up going to fourth, and now he's playing for his junior team. And see, everyone was joking about that, him getting sent to his junior team. He had to.
He had to.
Not play in the AHL till you are 20 years old. There is a reason for that rule, and that rule is so that there are good players left in the juniors.
That's exactly right. And you know what? Now they're talking about trading him.
Yeah, to another junior team, right?
No, Seattle's talking about trading him.
Trading his rights?
Yeah, trading his rights.
That's stupid.
Yep.
No way I'm giving up on that kid yet. No freaking way.
Young. Too young. Way too young.
Right? You know, yeah. You know,
and he's had
Neighbors. Look at Neighbors. Neighbors and Bolduc, if they're allowed to develop, they're going to be great guys. Right? The future of the Blues is extremely bright, even though people think it's not. I think it is.
If Neighbors and Bolduc progress, they're definitely going to be top 6 guys. Definitely.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I'm really with you. Dick says Connor Bedard already has an NHL shot. He may have an NHL shot. I don't think he has NHL skating ability. And we'll see. Ugh. Sorry, man. I just got a pain spasm.
That's all right. Take your time. Yeah, the Blues, I want to talk about it real quick while you're going through that.
Yeah.
The Blues really need to take Arizona seriously because I know they're up and down. They lost the other night, but then they really made Vegas look really bad and beat Vegas 4-1.
Oh, yeah.
So they're one of those teams that if you catch them on a good night, you're going to have a hard time beating them.
I could actually see that. Okay. I could see that trade. I could see that trade, but I would not want to send Wright to. If I was Wright's agent, I would do everything I could not have him traded to Vancouver.
And it's so sad.
That is an absolute mess there.
It's so sad, Guy. You and I picked them to be one of the surprise teams.
They should have been. They should have been. Right?
And the Pacific
they should have been. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what man. Okay, game's on, guys. So
all right.
I guess I start paying attention to the game. I'll see you, Lance. See you at the intermission, Lance.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, let me kind of get the game turned up. There we go. I didn't even realize the game started. Talking to Lance. We had a good show there, man. Good pregame. It just seems, Parayko just missed wide of the net. Come on, Kyrou. Todd loses it. Ooh, good save by Grice. Blues are going to go on the penalty kill. Not good. Don't give him so much room to pass the damn puck. One of your penny killers. Okay, sorry guys. Possible. Possible. Blues travel well. Blues fans travel well. That is a known in the league. Wendy doesn't like to admit it, but he knows better. The Blues are considered one of the best traveling teams in the league. Grice makes a good save there. I'm hanging in there as best I can, guys. Sorry. Yeah, you can. Well, 4 seconds to go, so it looks like they're going to kill this power play off. Come on, let's do something through the neutral zone. Throw it down and see if somebody gets it. This is not that team anymore. Every time you enter the zone, you should get a shot on goal. Every time you enter the zone, you should get a shot on goal. That should be your goal. Every time you enter the zone, you get a shot on goal. These guys are already starting to play bad. Already starting to play bad. Justin Falk. Offsides? Oh, come on! Bullshit! Yeah, we're challenging that. Oh, come on! Wow, no goal. Wow. What the fuck is goaltender interference? Somebody explain it to me. Unfreaking real that they're going to call that. Wow. I've seen so much more be not called goaltender interference, and you're going to say that? I've seen so many times where guys have been in the blue paint, and I've been told, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Wow. Yeah, but it's a play. If it would have gone the other way, I'd have been pissed. If I was the Coyotes, I'd have been pissed if they didn't call it and challenged it and lost. So I'll admit that there. I mean, shots are 5-3 for the Coyotes. Again, the Blues just don't shoot the puck. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Blues have gotten shots from Torpachenko, Krug, Falk, and Tarashenko, though I think Falk's might go off. Right? Not sure about that, how that works. So I may have to go only one person's watching me, so I'm going to pull out for a little bit, and I'll be back at the intermission since there's only one watching. James, McGonagall's still here. I have some carrot sticks and hummus that is supposed to be good for me with the healing. So I'm going to try and get some of that. And stand by. I'll be right back. I'll be back for you, McGongle. Ah. This sucks. I bet you that was fun to watch. Ah, there we go. Hey, Danny, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Make sure you let your group know all about this show. Well, here we go. Power play. Didn't see much there. That would be cool, Danny. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, the power play should be so much better than what it is. Good shot by Parayko. Krug waited too long. Thomas lost the handle on it. Oh, Tarasenko just tipped it wide. Tyra, wait! That'll be called interference if it goes in. That'll absolutely be called interference. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Oh, well, no, that would not have been called goaltender interference. Tarasenko had every right to be in there. Good save. Good move. One. Oh, nice little movement there. Falk waited too long again. Shoot the damn puck. Got it fired as soon as you get it. That was an ill-advised pass there. That was telegraphed. Absolutely telegraphed. Shots are now 10-6 in favor of the Blues. They had 5 on that power play. Hope you're doing well, Danny. I'm starting to not like those commercials. Starting to not like them. The progressive ones about becoming your parents. Fruity, tooty, fresh and fruity. They make a big deal out of saying that. I don't know why. Who we got here? We got Michael Edwards, Richard Henry Doolittle, Marilyn Lesnar, Ashley Jones, Erickson Krieger, Tammy Pemberton, Stephen Glass, Justin Mullins, and two more that I can't see at the moment that threw their fingers in the air like they just really care. Excuse me. Watching your sugar levels. For me right now, it's the pain levels. Trying to make sure that I'm not taking too much pain medicine. You know, actually, I've done really good at that. In 2 days, I've taken my pain medicine almost down to just a Tylenol and an Advil. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I've been able to do that. I mean, it's bothering me now, but I got ice on it. My fingers are still swelled up, but you know, I'm hoping that within, if it doesn't go down by this weekend, I'm going to have to go back into the hospital. Right? I mean, the swelling's got to at least I got to have knuckles again. You know, I don't have any knuckles right now. So, you know, you can, I don't know if you can see, but I don't have any knuckles and I can't make a fist at all. So my knuckles are all gone. And I have a little bit here, but these knuckles are gone. I get a little indentation in this one, so that's when it's going down, so I'll just keep watching it. But I got ice on it, and I'm doing the best I can. Eating stuff that they told me to eat that'll help my body heal. Right? Because I haven't had much of an appetite since this happened, since surgery. So I'm eating in front of you. I apologize. No icing. Small arena, 5,000 seat arena, mullet arena. What a name. Icing. Danny, if I wasn't on taking the medicines I was taking, I probably would have a couple of cold ones, but right now I'm staying off of that until I can be till the swelling goes down in my hand. I am laying off any of that. Danny, I would agree with that. I would agree with that, buddy. I would definitely agree with that. Oh, Danny put his thumb in the air. Thank you, Danny. Thanks, man. You guys are really starting to support the show. Let's keep it up. You know, we're gonna hit that goal. I know we are. We're gonna figure out how to get people watching the show and telling them more about the show. I might start doing some lives, like direct group lives, and see if that works. Especially in some of the groups, like I know where I'm supported, like We All Bleed Blue and St. Louis I Bleed Blue and Let's Go Blues. Maybe in the season ticket holder groups, I might just do a little like 20-minute live, come on there just in that group alone. Yeah. But you know what? That has nothing to do with the show. Believe it or not, that has absolutely nothing to do whether the show's watched or not. I'll tell you that. Everybody thinks it does, but it doesn't, because my numbers have been the same no matter whether the Blues were winning or losing. Right? Even when the Blues were during the Stanley Cup playoffs, my numbers never jumped. So the show was different then, but my numbers never jumped. Oh my goodness. What do we got going? Oh yeah, they're always. I mean, the Blues travel well. They always travel well. Right. I mean, until I had a decent turnout. I mean, I would have liked to seen a lot more people show up, but you know what? The numbers are going to get there. I know they are, Danny. I know they are, and you know, especially when I move back home, things will get much better. I mean, you know, the big thing is I've been offered space at two different restaurants, bars to do the show, and opens to do the show whenever I want to. So we'll kind of work with them when I get home and do more shows and get things like that. But the big thing is just trying to get more guests, get, you know, live guests. Yeah, I do know that. LA, the Blues travel well. They are one of the better travel teams. Right? Well, what I mean by what I mean by the Blues travel well is the fan base travels well, right? There are always going to be lots of Blues fans at a game. You're not going to go to a game where there's not lots of Blues fans, and it's just not, you know, fans that aren't there. The X show, I don't know what the X show is, right? And when I get home, hopefully I can. You know, I mean, it's really hard here. But I got to get numbers up. I got to get, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views. I got to get that. Yes, I seen the Blues in Vegas for the very first time they were there. That is my goal. That's one of my goals. Wayne Gretzky, 62nd birthday. Happy birthday, Wayne. Right? Yeah, football's different though. I've never heard of it. Maybe they can bring me on. Help me out. Tell them about me, Danny. '99 is 62. Well, I'm a bit wild. Man, they are buzzing. If the Blues defense is not tightened up, they're going to give a goal up here very, very shortly. Yeah, you're right. So I got to deal with Pish for another week. You know what, Greener? If you don't change your name back to Dan Green or something that I know, next time I'm going to ban you from Facebook or from YouTube. Just so you know. Yes, I can do that. I should put you in timeout just for during the next second period. I'm gonna put you in a timeout. I'm gonna put you in a time. Oh my goodness. I think all fans get wild. Oh, I don't mind trash talking. I trash talk. Ask Danny Green. Damn. Touche, touche, touche. Shot to 12-10 for the Blues. Minute to go in the first. Icing. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. However, I had some guys on the show that were really jackasses and used different names and things like that. So it could be one of them. If it was, there's no way in hell I would go on their show or ever bring them back on mine, because they turned this into a laughing stock, and that wasn't fun for me. They had people pretending to be somebody else, and yeah, I don't play that game. I don't think that's funny. Nice shot by Thomas. Nice shot, but he waited. He stick handled it. Stop stick handling it and shoot the damn thing. That'll do it. That was for Danny Johnson. Welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report, first intermission show presented by Cussumano's Pizza in Maplewood. Go check them out. Great place to have a pizza. Great place to hold a podcast or do some dancing if you want to. I had a lot of fun there. We are at the end of the first. Hey, Lance, what's your impression of the first period, my friend?
A lot of up and down play. I don't think the Blues have played bad, but I wouldn't say they've played great. I think they've played pretty good. The only thing that I'm really seeing is neither one of these teams is playing a staunch neutral zone kind of a play, kind of a game. No. Both teams are letting the other team skate in over the blue line, and I don't like that. I think you've got to contest people in the neutral zone if you want to win, these type of games. And I think that hopefully the Brew Bay will make a few adjustments, and I'm sure that Arizona's going to make some adjustments. And everybody's impressed with Keller. Keller's a great player. I really like Hayden for Arizona. I think he's the one that hit the post the second time on Grice. And it probably wouldn't have went in because Grice had pretty good position. It looked like to me there's only about a quarter of an inch maybe that it could have gotten through on. Yeah. But the goalpost has been Grice's best friend in the first period.
Oh, yeah. 2 posts. I mean, this game should be 2-1. I don't know if that should have been called back for interference.
Well, here's the thing. Anytime you get in that blue paint, they're going to call that interference. They just are. And, players like him, I know what you're going to say, but players like him that have been in the league a couple of years, you cannot get in that blue paint. I don't care. Okay, let's say they would have called it. I would still tell Robert Thomas, next time don't get in the blue paint, because, if there's any question, you want your goals to be clean. And when you do something like that, it's just not going to be looked at as a clean goal. I like the way he went to the net, but how about you move over about 2 more inches?
Okay, here's my issue. And we've talked about this numerous times.
Yes, we have.
How many times have we not called interference when the goalie was in the blue paint and was touched, and you go, oh well, he wasn't, or this or that.
I know, Guy. I know it's frustrating.
Right?
You know what?
Remember that I forget who it was against, but the Blues had one that went in that I thought was absolute interference, and everybody else, no. And I made that statement. It doesn't matter how much of your skate is in the blue paint. If your skate is in the blue paint, then you're in the blue paint. Period. You're in the crease. If your skate is in the blue, if just the back tip of your skate is in the blue and the rest of your body's out, you're still in the crease.
Yeah,
I made that argument, and I got shut down.
Yeah, I remember. No, I do remember that when Bennington kind of got pushed back, and it's frustrating for guys like you and I, because in my mind, goalie interference is clear cut. You touch the goalie when he's trying to make a play or make a save, it should be interference. I don't care. Any other now, if he's pushed,
but you argued with me on that one that he wasn't in the crease because when they touched him, where they touched him, he was out of the crease. Remember, you argued with me on that.
Yeah, because he was out of the crease.
No, he wasn't out of the crease. His skate was in the crease. His body was out, but it doesn't matter. As long as part of him is in the crease, he's in the crease. Period.
They definitely need to do something about it, because like you and I have said, from game to game, from period to period, from shift to shift, the NHL needs to say, this is what goalie interference is. Plain and simple. Not this stuff we're going to leave it for the refs to interpret it. No, you can't do that.
Oh, I agree. I did not see that being goaltender interference. Did not see that being goaltender interference at all.
Yeah,
I mean, he barely touched him, and he had time to reset.
I was going to say, first of all, he barely touched him. Secondly, that puck didn't get touched till he was a good 18 inches past him. So, I mean, did he really?
He resets right there. He's reset.
Yep.
He's reset. The glove is right back. Right. He's reset.
Yep. He's reset. Yep.
Right. To me, call that if the gloves if he's got the glove back there, he reset.
What he was able to do is, once Thomas hit him, he saw that Falk was going to get the puck, and he went over to get position and angle on the shot. So he had time to get position and angle on that shot, and he had a perfect angle on that shot. It just went past him.
Yeah, that should not have been interference, because he was reset to me. Right. Again, if you're going to call the crease, if you're going to do this, if you're going to call that if a player touches the goaltender while he's in the crease, then you call it all the time.
That's right.
And this is the definition of a goaltender in the crease.
Yep.
If any part of the goaltender body is in the crease, the goaltender is in the crease. Any part. So if he has 1 foot in, if he's standing at the top, right, and he's got 1 foot in and the rest of his body's out, and you hit his body that's out, he's in the crease. It's no different. It's no different than offsides or puck over the goal line or any of that. If a part of the puck is not over the goal line, it's not a goal, right?
I know, but I knew they were going to call it that way. I knew they were going to do that. And, that's one time, and there's been one or two other times when I thought Berube was going to, challenge stuff that should have been challenged. He should have challenged this. He really should have challenged it.
I think if he challenged it, they say he reset.
Yep. He had time to reset to make a play on the puck.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Because when Falk shot that shot, he had the goalie had the correct angle, and he was in the right position with his glove up, his stick down, and ready to make the save.
Hey, Gloria, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Jason, you're right. If it would have gone the other way and they'd have challenged it, I think it would have been a good goal. I really do. I think if it had gone the other way, it's one of those that goes either way. But I do think if the Blues challenge it, it would be overturned.
I think it would have been. Yeah,
I think it would have been overturned because he had time to reset.
It's like I said, technically, did he hit him? Yes, but technically, was the goalie able to reset and get in position to make the save? Yes, he was.
Yeah, that's where I'm at on that one, man. Jason Nichols, Danny Johnson, Michael Edwards, Richard Henry Doolittle, Marianne Listener, Ashley Jones, Erickson Krieger, Tammy Primpton, and so many more. Thank you so much for throwing your thumbs in the air and letting we know. Oh, John Hefner just did it. Ryan Green hasn't done it yet. I know Ryan Green hasn't done it yet. I'm calling him out here, right now.
Do you know
Ryan
what?
Green has not done it yet.
I think Ryan's waiting for an opportunity just to stir you up. So and then
I know he is. He was doing it earlier. He was doing it earlier. He was he was calling me out, and he was the game is 2-0, and he said you're so mean to me, and I was telling him that that if he didn't change his name back to the next time that he could change his name, he didn't change back to Ryan Green, I was going to block him. And then he comes up with this one. Yeah. You need all the viewers you can get, and you won't ban me or block me or timeout me. And then he goes, look who won the argument. So he knows. Berube's hockey sense has left the building. I'm with you on that one. How about I can't wait for St. Louis City soccer to start. I really am excited about that.
I'm not a soccer fan at all. I've never liked the sport, but I will tell you this. I am excited for the city, and I'm excited for the soccer fans of St. Louis because they finally get what they've been wanting since the days of the Steamers, the indoor game.
Yeah.
Because a lot of fans wanted it back then, but everybody said, "Oh yeah, St. Louis is a mecca for soccer, but we don't want to give them a professional team." And like I said,
I could not understand when they first announced the MLS, right? Or the major MLS.
Yeah.
I was like, St. Louis has got to get a team.
They got
right, and this was after. Now you got to remember, they announced MLS after the World Cup in '94. I think it was
94. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in '94, and I'm thinking then this
should have been.
Oh, what a jackass! That motherfucker. If I wouldn't have known who it was, I wouldn't be laughing. But
that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, I am not a soccer fan. But I will tell you this. I have a lot of respect for those guys because you've got to be in great shape to run up and down that pitch for that many hours and chase. I mean, you've got to be in good shape. Those guys are great athletes. And it shocked me that St. Louis didn't get a team sooner.
There's no time left in the season. This team has to look and load and get to business. Yeah, they do need to get to business. I'm with you there,
Jason.
Or a soccer fan, but I did watch the World Cup game and it was awesome. Yeah, the World Cup.
World Cup's fun.
Soccer's
World Cup's fun.
I like soccer. I wish soccer had more hockey into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I've watched it. I used to go to Steamers games all the time.
Yeah,
I love Steamers games.
Indoor soccer had hockey. Was hockey with soccer. There was no ands ifs or buts about that.
Hey, in the old barn, I'm going to tell you, the Steamers had that place rocking as much as the Blues did.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Steamers. But my thing is when the teams get the ball down low, right? Yeah. They don't put it on any type of cycle or try and move. The thing is, they just want to get the ball into the box and not open things up. And I wish they would do that. And I also wish they would kind of have change offsides to have it more like hockey offsides, where you create, instead of halves, you create the 3 zones. I think soccer would be so much, because a field's so big.
Oh, it's huge.
And if you created some zones like that.
Have you ever been on a soccer pitch?
Yeah, it's the same as a football field. It's actually the same length. It's just wider. It's
huge.
Right? It's 5 yards wider.
Yep.
And it's the same length.
Yep.
Oh, this fuckhead. I got told that today. I got told that today by a guy in my fantasy league because I wouldn't accept the trade for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And he's offered me nothing but injured players and draft picks. And I offered him, this was my trade. I offered him Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and a 2024 third-round pick for Drysdale. Now, I know on the surface of that, you go, no way. But when you look at fantasy, not actual hockey, fantasy hockey,
it's
their
different.
Numbers are very, very similar.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Drysdale is at 83% or 83 point something, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is at 75.9 something, I think, right? So their points are really close. That's what the third round pick was for, to equal those extra points, those 7 points, right? To me, You have to, when you're in fantasy hockey, you have to understand what fantasy hockey is. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is the player that fantasy hockey was designed for.
Yeah, I could
right?
see that.
He is an all-around player. He gets you points in every single category, in the power play, in the shorthanded. He throws the body around. He gets you giveaways. He gets you face-offs. Every category that you need from a player, he gets you.
Yeah. And the Blues, a couple of years ago, the Blues almost got him in a trade.
Oh, I wish they would have. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, I wish they would have. But what would you have had to given up to get him, man?
I don't remember what it was, but it turned out that Edmonton was just asking way too much, and Armstrong wasn't going to do it. And I don't blame him. I mean, I like Nugent-Hopkins, but I wouldn't. I think it was 3 or 4 pieces, and I wouldn't give that much for Nugent-Hopkins. Oh, and you know, everybody keeps saying, and I know you've seen these, the Blues just need to get whatever for O'Reilly and Tarasenko. I don't care if it's a 5th round pick, 6th round pick, they just need to get whatever. No, that's not the way you play these rules, because in all honesty, if you get a 6th, let's say a 5th round pick, look at what happened to Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys, and now this is the NFL, they traded Amari Cooper away to the Cleveland Browns for a 5th round pick. Did you see how much they missed him in the playoffs? If they would have had a Mario Cooper to be that second guy behind CeeDee Lamb, I think Dallas would still be in the playoffs. You know, it's one of those things you can't give up on guys like that.
Well, my deal is the guy that's trying to trade me, he's got these players that don't help his roster. Right? Yeah. They're not good, so he just wants to get rid of them.
Roster.
Huh?
They're not going to help your roster either.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, well, they'll help you in the rebuild. He's trying to give me Stone. Stone is injured. And he's been injured a bunch. He's trying to give me Krejci. Krejci's like the only player that he's trying to give me that's worth anything.
Yeah.
He's trying to give me, who's the Blues, the 6th Blue on the goalie list? Colton Ellis.
Yeah.
I already have 3 Blues. I have Hoffer.
Yeah.
I have Hoffer. I think I have Hoffer. I got to look. But I've got.
I got
Zizinko, Bennington, and one other goalie on my fantasy team.
Hoffer. Yeah, I think you said you had Hoffer.
So why would I go with another one? You know, Ellis. I have Ellis, so he doesn't have Ellis. So it's not Hoffer. It's the other kid.
Yeah.
I forget who the other kid is.
You know, watching Tarasenko in the first period, the only thing that frustrates me, and I know it frustrates you, he's got such an accurate, wicked shot at 90% of the time, but there's that 10% of the time where he's 6 feet off the goal. And that's the only thing that has ever frustrated me about Vladimir Tarasenko, is how many times he gets great looks and he misses the complete goal.
Will Cranley. He's trying to give me Cranley.
Will, no.
Cranley's the 6th ranked goalie, is the bottom goalie. Actually, he might even be lower than that, because I think there's another Russian, not Zizinko. There's another Russian that they're looking at.
No.
Yeah. Trust me, there's and then he keeps telling me, oh, I'm trying to give you these great prospects, and they look at him and they're like 2-3 years away, and then they're third liners.
And what good does that do you now?
No, it doesn't do me any good. I'm in 19th, and our top 16 teams make the playoffs. So, but I'm close.
You're
so
close.
I'm happy being I'm actually not bad being 19th. I'd like to be a little bit higher up, but I know I'm close. I'd be in the playoffs if I wouldn't have had a couple of bad weekends.
How much are you
that's
off?
What it is. I went into Fridays and Saturdays where I would be at 15 wins.
Yep.
16 wins. Right? 15, 13, 14, and lose the week from the weekend.
Yep.
Right? So I know I'm not that far off of being there. I'm not a top 10 team, but I know I'm a team that's close to making the playoffs, and it's a keeper league. I'm not giving, and then he wants me to give Hopkins and Thomas. And I'm like, wait a minute, if I'm doing a rebuild, why the fuck would I give up Thomas?
Yep. Hey,
why would you give up your best young player?
Yeah. You want to go over the stats?
Huh?
You want to go over the stats for the first period?
Yeah, we'll do that real quick. We're almost back. We're having a good time tonight. Okay, Blues had 12 shots. They missed the net. They had 5 blocked, missed the net twice. 6 hits. 2 giveaways, 4 takeaways. They blocked 4 shots. Won the face-off battle 12-5 for 71% to 29%. Arizona got away 10 shots. They had 4 that were blocked, 5 that missed the net, 19 attempts. 10 hits for them. 2 giveaways, 2 takeaways, and 5 block shots. There are no goals. There were 2 penalties. The penalties went to Robert Thomas, and I forget who the other one went to.
I forget.
Come on. Here we go. No, it's not working. Okay. I'll have to look at that later. We'll look at penalties later because it ain't working at the moment. Okay, guys, game's back on. We'll see ya. Okay, here we go. We're back. Oh, Bob's here, man. I was talking about you earlier, my friend. Pre-game, I was talking about Berube and complaining about him, and I needed you here. No, he's not in game shape. I can see that. Neither am I, but I'm here. Yeah, there's 10 people watching, man. There's a good amount here, actually. All right. I do reaction shows. I don't do play-by-play. I'm not good at that. And unfortunately, with medicine's on, I need to be eating. I haven't been eating today. So, Build-A-Bear giveaway, March 19th. Somebody get me a Build-A-Bear. Somebody love me and get me a Build-A-Bear. Is anyone in here in game shape? I don't know, but I would hope so. I know I'm not. Well, I'm hoping that the guys on the Warriors are. They got their tournament this weekend, the Warrior Classic. If you can go, please show up, man. It's a great time. Support them. That's how you support vets, man. You show up for them when they need you. Icing on the Blues. Puck's going back. Still don't have Knuckles yet. Hoping I can get them by weekend. I would like to have my Knuckles back, please. Can the Blues win the second period for a change? We didn't last year. February wasn't too bad. We didn't play a lot in February because they were supposed to be they kind of messed that February up because of the Olympics getting canceled. But March was really bad for us. I like squeeze the shit out of my finger. I could probably take a thing and just wrench down on it and not feel it at all. All right, keep firing the puck at the net. That's what you need to do. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Come on, NHL.com. Do your thing. Send me the stats. Nope, not getting them yet. Two on two. I slowed up and man, you got to when you're 2-on-2 like that, you can't slow up. All you do is you lose you lose that advantage. Get it deep. Take it deep. Keep that advantage. Keep the defense behind. Neighbors lost his stick, and I mean, it got thrown away. I don't know what happened there. And they can see, they come in, and they slow up, and that takes everything away that they had. You cannot do that. You gotta play better, man. You gotta keep doing. Yeah. Well, what they've been doing a lot of, Bob, and I guess you've noticed, probably noticed it. They get to the circle and they stop. I hope so, Danny. I predicted him winning the division, but I don't see it. I don't even see him getting in the top 3 right now. All right. I see Robert Thomas do this a lot. I see Cairo do it. They come in with speed and then they stop at the circle. And every time they do that, the other team knows it, and you can just see them file in and block all the passing lanes. Right? If you went deep, you would open up those passing lanes. You've got to do that. You've got to start taking the puck deeper. Even if you're by yourself, take that puck deeper. Take them down. Parayko sighting. I haven't seen much of him. Yeah, I always stay live, Jason. I haven't gone away. I haven't gone anywhere, bud. I'm going to stay live as long as I can withstand the pain and all that. And I got the ice on. My fingers aren't tingling too bad, so I'm going to keep it up and keep going. Yeah. Well, you're close. I think you're close. I don't think they lost their fire. I still put this on, and I know you don't, but I still put this on Berube, man. I put this on Berube. Yeah, the Kraken have really put it together this season. They are one of the bigger surprises. I'd say the 3 biggest surprises to me are the Kraken, the Vancouver Canucks, and the St. Louis Blues. And the Canucks and Blues bad. I'm going to kick somebody's ass. Yeah, Parayko needs a set. Yeah, Devils. Yeah, okay, Devils. Yeah, I mean, I guess I saw the Devils as the possible playoff team. I didn't see them being one of the top teams in the league. I'll agree with you there. So 2 goods, 2 bads. There you go. Shots are 16-12. There we go. Now I got it. Shots are 3-2 this period for the Blues. Oh, Thomas is down. Not good. Not good. Not good. Uh, yeah. Yeah, Ashley did a great job holding it down for me this week when I was down and out. I tried to come on and do what I could, but I could only do so much. So Ashley does a great job for me. Hopefully that just he can walk that one off. And hopefully he's wearing his cup. What do you mean where I've been? I've been here. talking about with the surgeries and that. Ashley did a good job while I had my surgery and very helpful, and I appreciate her greatly. Yeah, what's left of his cup. Yeah, that was a pretty hard one. Wasn't it? Didn't somebody say that McGinnis split his cup? That he took a McGinnis shot in the cup and it broke it? Oh, okay. Yeah, Danny's been hiding from us. I remember somebody in an interview talking about he got hit. He got one in the cup by Parayko, or not Parayko, by McGinnis, and it was so hard that it split the cup. Oh, that's right. Danny Jensen was in the hospital. I forgot about that. My bad. Sorry, Danny. I'm not thinking too straight. Shouldn't have been. That was not goalie interference, not in my eyes. Because he reset, and I think if they challenge that, they win that. Because he reset. He absolutely has his glove back here. Shots are 5-4 for the Blues this period. About to be 5-5. Nope. There we go. God, I wish Parayko would start using his skill and his speed. He's such a better player than he's able to show out there. I absolutely think he's a much better player than he's able to show. I think Berube's limited him. That's my opinion. I'll say that. That's because that was an ill-advised pass to Tarasenko. Oh, good shot by Parayko. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I actually didn't. I thought you would argue with me on that one there, Bob. I didn't think you were that big of a torpedo fan. If you know the goalie's going to get around the boards. Yep, Danny, I'm with you. Oh, well, that's good to know. I love Torp. I love his game. I love his size. I love his physicality. I think he's got skill that he's not allowed to use, or we're not seeing it. And I really think he's like a poor man's Tarasenko, and he just hasn't been allowed to show it. I'll agree with that for the most part, but he doesn't look like he's in game shape. That's for sure. I need to get it. I need to get a lot of autographs. I don't have a cast this time. I don't have a cast. I might get one in 2 weeks. Parayko should have been sat tonight. Oh, Kyra, you waited too damn long. If anybody would know about a limp wrist, it would be Bob Kolzik. I'm waiting for the retort. Danny liked that one. He's like, damn, guy got me. Now I don't know what to do. Got to give me credit. I'm on this show with just having surgery on my wrist, and pretty major surgery, actually. I didn't realize it was going to be what it was. They put a nice little, like, almost like a wrench in my arm. Oh, yeah, don't give me crap. I add too many L's. Sorry. Kozik. There we go. Kozik. No L. Kozik. Bob Kozik. Yeah, we need to there, Aaron. I'm with you. Too bad that the city hall you would go down to is Anaheim's, which wouldn't help me at all. All right. Shots are 19-15. Not happening. 7-5 for the Blues this period. 19-15 overall. Oh, Thomas out for the game. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good at all. I was hoping that was something he could walk off. That might be a little bit more serious. Well, there goes that. Same old Blues. Nothing Grice could do on that. Right under him. Get it back. Wow, what a save. What an amazing save there. Oh, come on, Carly. They're not an elite team. Not even close. They're tanking for Bedard. Oh, wow, that was close. No, Carly, they're not. They're at the bottom of the league. Sorry. Yeah, see, now that's what I like. I would rather see that because that leads to this. And he lost it. Oh, wow. Broken ribs. That's not good. That's not good at all. Though they can be wrapped. Jen played with them last year. Ugh. Sorry, man. Yeah, Danny, I'll agree with you. I hope it's not either, but I mean, I could see that with him not coming back. Bruised ribs, maybe, but I'm thinking they had to take him to X-rays. And the way he went down, I think that was more than bruised ribs. Yeah, been a lot of that lately. Hey guys, I'll be back. Okay, I missed what happened. Sorry, I had getting a little heavy, so I had to take a moment. My hair is going away a little bit. That's a little better. I need to shave. I got an assist. Well, there won't be much of a post game tonight. I'll tell you that. But I'm doing as much as I can, guys. I'm starting to feel it, but I'm here. Ooh, yeah, I'm here just for you guys. 2-0 with Keller getting, or Schmaltz getting 2 goals. All right, so I have to watch that. I'll need some coconut milk after this. I mean, oh, wow. No, I have not. In fact, I'm gaining weight, which isn't good. Yeah. Well, because the majority of the passes, they're just not. There's no pace on them, and then when they do pass, when they're ahead of the guy or he's got to slow down. There's no. They need a passing clinic because their passing is horrendous. They got to be the worst passing team in the league. I don't think there's another team that has as many messed up, screwed up passes, just like that. Just like that, right there. See, a car, you should have gotten a penalty for that one. You should have got a penalty for holding the stick. Time for a Don Brown Chevrolet power play. When life holds you back, Don Brown gives you the power to play. Oh, wow, what a pass by Tarasenko. And don't take so much time. Shoot the fucking puck. I waited too long there. Waiting too long to shoot the damn puck. Because I'm trying to get him to support us. Their friend, Don Brown, are friends of the show. I'm allowed to have a pouty mouth. It's my show, and the FCC says we can say what we want. Yay, me! I'm a sailor. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close for Cairo. I have a sailor's mouth, and I'm proud of it. That kind of went out the door. They're not getting Vladdy. Remember, Vladdy has the no trade clause. I could see him getting Barbashev, but not Vladdy because he has a no trade clause and he's not going to one of those places. Right? This man, wherever he goes, he's signing. I'm telling you that. He's not going just to go. Tried to go right through 4 players. Well, that doesn't make any sense. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? You put him on the drunk. You put him on a YouTube show. You put him on a YouTube show. You put him on a YouTube show. Nobody watches. There you go. Oh, come on, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues. Let's go, Blues. Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Oh, man. 2-0, Arizona. Arizona is being outshot 26-19. Falk's a -2. Krug is a -2. Another minus period, minus second, man. It's just, it's just, how do you play so bad in the second when you played so good last year? The league has gotten more skilled. I mean, I do miss the old Norris division, trust me, but the league has just gotten more skilled. It's the way it went. It was going to go that way eventually, right? There's no ands or buts it was going to go that way. But you look at this team and how many guys on this team are bruisers? How many guys on this team are muckers? I mean, there's a few, but not everybody, not like everyone thinks it should be, right? This is a team that has skill that doesn't get to use it. It's like, you know what this team is? This team is like having a 1968 Mustang Fastpack GT 500 and leaving it in the garage, except on rare occasions that you take it out, you put it on the street, and you go 10 miles an hour, and then you put it back in the garage. It doesn't do it any good, right? Lance, did you hear that analogy?
No.
Okay, I said this team is like a 1968 Mustang GT 500 that you keep in the garage, and when you do take it out, you take it out and you take it out, you go 20 miles an hour up the street, you turn around, come back down the street, and put it back in the garage. Doesn't do that car any bit of good. You got to get that car on the highway, and it's got to do 90 miles an hour. That engine's got to open up.
Yeah, because a car like that, you can't let those cars set. They get destroyed setting. And the analogy to me is pretty good because, you know, if you don't let the offense that this team can probably do, I mean, they were one of the top offensive teams last year at the second half with scoring all those goals.
Yeah.
They've got the talent to do it. Something's not right. You're not letting them do it.
No, I'm just saying that you know, I think that this is you have that car, you have the car, you have a show car, but it can't be a trailer queen, and this team has become a trailer queen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is not a team that should be. This team should not be losing 2-0 to the Arizona Coyotes. Right? You're out shooting them, and didn't they outshoot Chicago in the line? Or not Chicago, Buffalo. They outshot Buffalo something fierce, right?
Yeah, and you know, what I've noticed about the Blues, and it's very strange. There's a lot of games they outshoot opponents, and they don't win those games.
Well, you've got Tarasenko with 6 attempts, Kyrou with 6 attempts, Levo's got 4 attempts.
Tarasenko
got Parayko with 5 attempts. You've got Falk with 4 attempts. Right? You have the attempts. You have 27 shots on goal. 11 have been blocked. 6 have missed the net. That's 44 attempps. 44 attempts, right? Yeah, 44 attempts in 2 periods.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I've noticed, and this is very telling to me, and I think it's pretty telling to you. The Blues are getting pushed back. They're getting pushed. They're getting sticks to the chest. They're getting pushed from behind anytime they get close to that Coyotes goaltender. Did you notice when on the other side of the ice, when the Coyotes players are riding on Grice, the Blues just look at him and skate away?
Okay, Carly, the person that said that was Lance was not Lance. But Lance, have you checked out Twitter? Someone said on Twitter that Thomas has broken ribs.
It wasn't me that said that.
Well, I know it wasn't you. It was the person using your name, which I think is Ryan Green. No fight to come back when the opposition scores. It's like shooting a cannon into the sails, so the ship slows down and can't perform. That's wow.
It's a pretty good one.
Man, now I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. That is dead on. That is dead on. Dead on. It wasn't you. So whoever used the Lance the Scott one, being a jackass, I haven't looked on Twitter to see that, and I try not to watch Twitter during the games. I do get Twitter updates, but I try not to go too much into it.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing anything just yet.
Did you see where Panger was in Edmonton for a national game? And he talked to Connor McDavid about Parayko, and that him and Parayko, I think, had their first games together.
Yeah.
First games in the NHL. And I don't know if McDavid's been watching him this year or what's going on, but he thinks Parayko is one of the most underrated defensemen in the league.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
I don't know if Connor
then who is this?
99?
If this isn't Lance, who is this? That you can't change your name on. I think I know who it is, but I'm not completely sure. Darkness, I don't think it'll be that long. I think it'll be a 1-year hiatus, to be honest with you. If it is. Oh, it's Ashley. Ashley did it. Oh, my goodness. You guys. Oh, you got to love this place. The Coyotes have 19 shots. They've missed the net 6 times. Or they've had 6 blocked. They missed the net 7 times. That's 32 attempts, if my numbers are right. Yeah, 32 attempts. They've had 21 hits to the Blues, 13. Coyotes have only given the puck away 4 times. The Blues have given it away 8 times. Both Coyotes have 5 takeaways. The Blues have had 4. Coyotes have blocked 11 shots. The Blues have blocked 6. Blues are winning the face-off battle 23-13 for 64% to 36%. Nick Schmaltz has 2 goals. He got his first one at the 10:55 mark from Krause and Sketcher, and that was off a bad turnover. And then he gets his second one off another bad turnover.
You know, the only positive thing I got out of that goal was that Grice had the perfect angle and position.
Yeah,
for that.
I was there.
He almost got it with his glove. Grice almost made the save on that second goal.
Darkness, I've been saying, Darkness, how long have I been saying that? I said that preseason. I said one of my biggest concerns preseason was having all those defensive coaches. Right, Lance?
Yeah, you said that. Yep.
All right? I absolutely said that. When they brought McTavish in, I said, why are we bringing in another defensive coach? You just lost an offensive one. Right? That was my concern with McTavish. You brought in another defensive coach. That's all you've got, defensive coaches. Right? I don't know what else to say there. It's at some point, you got to bring somebody in that's going to do something offensively because this team's just not doing it. And got to admit, I'm starting to hurt a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the Blues playing shitty is what's making it hurt more.
Could be.
Oh, who else we got? Aaron Coulter, thank you for putting your thumb in the air. We appreciate you, bud. We absolutely appreciate you.
You know what? That'll teach people using my name and they can't change their name on YouTube for 14 days.
Oh, come on, Dick. Don't go there. We don't play things like that, man. I don't like. You know what? See, I have an issue when we try and make fun of things like that. Because people's mental problems or mental attitudes or things like that, people's addictions. When you try and make fun of them or make light of them, you're making light of that person. And for someone who deals with mental stigma or that, and who is struggling with mental health, I don't feel comfortable with comments like that. I honestly don't. I am with you there, Danny. We do need to pound it in, man. Danny, you need to go to your group and tell all your group, share the show in your group and tell your group, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you watching this show? Because this is the show that's going to tell you what's what. Go do it for me, Danny. You're the man. You're the man. Be the man. Oh, now I got Lance muting himself. What did I do, Lance?
I had a coughing fit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to be coughing.
I thought you were mad at me.
No.
This team is playing on the ice. They are really playing or existing out there. But are they really playing? No, they're really not.
They look just like they're going through the motions. That's what it looks like to me.
Bill Costello, welcome to the show, my friend. I'm Guy, the White Blues fan. This is the Blue Note Fan Report. I am joined today by Lance, the Drop to Scott from the Drop Hockey Podcast. Thank you for joining us on the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook and YouTube. Blues are losing 2-0, getting ready to go into the third. Another horrible second period where they lose, go down 2 goals. Thomas takes a lower body injury. To me, where it hit, I don't see that being broken ribs, but I could see like a sternum or something like that.
It was a little lower than I thought the ribs were.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's going to be that. To me, that looks like more like a sternum or better yet. Do you remember what Jamie Rivers? What happened to Jamie Rivers when he was playing in Europe?
Mm-mm.
Jamie Rivers got a hit and it ruptured his spleen.
Oh.
And he actually died on the operating table.
Dang.
They had his death certificate written up when he woke up on the operating table.
That's crazy.
Right? The doctors were on the other side. He woke up while they were writing his death. He has his own death certificate.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed him and talked about that. I just like, wow, what a macabre thing to have.
Yeah, that is. Well, you know what? I've got a cousin that makes tombstones. He makes them. He's got his own company and everything, and that's what he does for a living. And when him and his wife got married, he made a tombstone for their wedding day for the occasion. And then his gift to her, his wedding gift, was tombstones for both of them when they died. I'm like, that's too much. Like, that's way too much.
I like that. That's not bad. Oh, I like that. I like that. I don't have to worry about tombstone. I'm going to get a simple one. I'm going to get a simple granite one that's shaped like this, and it's going to have my name on it. my service and where I, what my rank was, my years of service, and where I served, and born and dead. That's it.
Mine's going to say, Lance, why were you so negative?
Someone said that they're going to put out mine. He did his best. Yeah, Aaron, I'm with you, buddy.
Did you see the one? There's one where this guy had been sick for years, like 3 or 4 years, and went to doctor after doctor after doctor, and he finally died. And do you know what his family put on his tombstone?
What?
I kept telling you I was sick.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. When you come up with stuff like that, there's this thing that's floating around Facebook and that, and it's a website, but it's yearbook photos, right?
Yeah, yep.
And there's this one of this girl, and it goes, oh, see, now you're gonna see that. I'm still sensitive about that, just so you know, Ryan Green. It said, my A's turned to B's, so did my grades. Yeah, I kind of that one was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And then you get the one where you get a school where you have a lot of Vietnamese, and you have a lot of them that are named Nguyen.
Yeah.
So we're not related. We're not related for the 5 Nguyen. So I remember some of those. See, I got to be honest. I try not, but I get a little offended by this, and I'm trying not to. I know it's just a name, but I try not to get offended by it, but I do a little bit. I know it was in jest.
It's
I'm
understandable.
just letting you know that it's still a very.
Hey, guy, I went to school with a kid, and this is no joke. I'm not lying to you. His name was Richard, last name Head, and I'm not joking you. He was on the football team, and he'd put up with
I knew what Chris had.
Yeah, he'd put up with it. Oh, there's also a guy that lived in the town I grew up in. His name was Harry Glasscock.
See, that's not too bad.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's names are names, right? And they're things. But it just. Mine's got history behind it, and that's got a lot to do with it. Family history and things like that. So that has a lot to do with it.
Oh, sure.
And I talked about it. I put it out in a post. I put it out in a post about what it was. The Blues. I don't know if they if there isn't a sign that they've given up on the coach, this is it. Right? If Berube or if Armstrong wants to sit there and not, at some point Armstrong needs to go, I screwed up. Right? He needs to go, I screwed up. Maybe we shouldn't have given Berube the 3 years. These guys are telling me that the message is stale, that they're not listening to it. But you know what? Here's what I say. Don't fire Berube. Here's going to be a good thing. Don't fire Berube. Either terminate McTavish's contract or Van Ryan's contract and bring in Boudreau as an assistant coach. What do you think about that?
I think Boudreau is going to probably look for a head coaching job.
Well, I know, but right now, you got to look.
No, I would agree with it if they would do it, but the problem is, Berube is such a control freak. That's never going to happen.
Well, he let Montgomery in. He let Hitchcock in.
Yeah, because he was okay with him being there. Not Hitchcock. You don't mean Hitchcock.
Well, Hitchcock's there. No, Hitchcock's the coach. Is a coaching consultant.
He's a consultant. Yeah, but when you get up to the consultant and executive level kind of stuff, that's all on Armstrong.
Well, that's why I'm sorry. I think that the biggest thing right now. We do not need Tortorella. No. Yeah, it would get worse. It would get worse.
It'd get worse.
No, I think if you, because right now, you absolutely have an opportunity to change things. It's still early enough. Let Van Ryan go and bring in Bruce Boudreau's first NHL goal was scored on Jim Rutherford?
Yeah, it was when Boudreau played for the Maple Leafs.
That's not our Jim Rutherford, is it?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It's Jim. It's Jim Rutherford, the GM of Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get it now. Okay. I'm thinking our Rutherford, the reporter.
Yeah.
Like, huh? Oh, so yeah. No, I mean, you think about this. You let Van Ryan go. You tell him, look, man, we know this isn't on you, but we got to make a change, and I think that this is a chance to do something. We'll help you get another opportunity somewhere else. Da 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 da. Their contracts they're not making that kind of money where you got to pony up $15 million to fire them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you let one of the assistants go, and you bring in an offensive guy, and you tell him, fix the offense. Boudreau would fix this offense, right?
I've always respected him as a coach. In fact, when they before they got Yo, and I knew that Hitchcock was going to retire, he was one of the coaches I said if he was available, I'd like to have here. Because I've always liked him. He's gotten the short end of the stick several times in places he's been at, but he's a really good coach. He's one of those.
And look what he did. Look what he did there when he wasn't interfered with. He turned that team around.
Yeah.
You know what, Danny? I usually watch part of it. I kind of like the Rolex 24. I like those endurance races. So period's getting ready to start.
Yep.
I will probably do a truncated post game. I'm starting to feel it, guys. So
we understand.
See you at the post game there, Lance.
All right, buddy.
Bye. Guys, I'm going to step out for a little bit. I'll probably come in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take a little bit of a rest, a break, and then I'll come back in. So stay with me. Enjoy.
I can't hear you for some reason. Hold on. Still nothing. You're not even coming through on my volume on my device, much less my headphones.